the twin cradles. Deep in the heart of a forgotten village, there stood a centuries-old house. It was known as the Silent Cradle, named after a tragedy that occurred years ago. The house had two antique cradles in its nursery, intricately carved with vines and roses. Despite its abandoned state, the cradles were immaculate, as though someone cared for them regularly. One stormy night, a young couple moved into the house with their twin babies, Lila and Luca. The couple, Anna and David, were unaware of the house's dark history. They set up their children's cribs in the nursery but noticed how the old cradles seemed oddly inviting. Anna couldn't resist. She carefully placed Lila in one of the cradles and Luca in the other. To her surprise, the babies giggled joyfully as if they'd found their favorite spot. That night, as the thunder roared, Anna woke to the sound of soft humming. She froze. It wasn't coming from her or David, but from the nursery. Gripping a flashlight, she tiptoed down the hall, her heart pounding. When she entered the nursery, the cradles were rocking gently, though the windows were closed. Her twins were giggling, their tiny hands clapping. But there was something else, a faint whisper. "They're perfect, just like before." Anna gasped, her flashlight flickering. She grabbed her babies and fled to her room, shaking David awake. He dismissed it as exhaustion playing tricks on her mind, but Anna knew what she had seen. The next morning, Anna noticed strange bruises on the baby's arms, shaped like tiny handprints. They grew cranky and refused to sleep anywhere but the old cradles. Against her better judgment, Anna placed them back in the cradles that evening. The house seemed to exhale a deep, chilling sigh of satisfaction. That night, Anna had a vivid dream. She saw two pale children, twins, lying lifeless in the cradles, their eyes wide with terror. A shadow loomed over them, whispering a lullaby in a language she didn't understand. She woke up screaming, only to find the cradles empty. Panicking, she and David searched the house, their calls echoing unanswered. Then they heard it, faint giggles from the attic. Racing up the stairs, they found the babies sitting in a circle of soot, surrounded by old toys. The twins stared at their parents, their eyes now a shade darker than before. Suddenly, the toys began to move. A wooden horse creaked forward, a doll's head turned, and the attic door slammed shut. The air grew thick, suffocating. The babies began humming, their voices eerily synchronized with the whisper Anna had heard the night before. "They're perfect, just like before." Desperate, Anna scooped up her children and bolted out of the house, David close behind. As they reached the front yard, they looked back and saw two ghostly figures standing in the nursery window, two pale children with empty eyes waving goodbye. The family never returned to the house, but locals say they can still hear soft giggles and the creak of rocking cradles on stormy nights. The Silent Cradle remains abandoned, waiting for its next visitors.